In this video, I'm talking about the 5 key things that you need to master in order to build your personal brand in today's world. If you're new here, this is the series where I'm teaching you how to build an online business that makes a positive impact in the lives of other people and helps you create freedom and flexibility in your life so you can live life on your terms. After working with over 100 plus people now, I've seen that these are the 5 crucial things that you really need to have going for you so that you can make an impact in today's world and leverage the tools of today. Number 1 is social media and content creation. It is 2023 now, and if you haven't seen that social media and content creation is an extremely important thing in today's world, then you must be living under a rock, because everything runs through social media right now. We are always on our phones, we're always on our computers, we're always looking at what is going on in the world, what people are talking about, the way that people are living their lives. Everything is pretty much ran through social media right now, and you need to be leveraging it. And one of the things that I think is super important for you in the beginning is going consistent into it and learning as you go. One of the things that really deters people from getting started in social media and content creation is the fact that they're not perfect at it yet. We compare ourselves to these people who have been posting for 3 to 5 years or whatever it may be. And we're thinking, oh, I can't make content like that, or I don't know how to do it like that. And I just want you to take the pressure off yourself and just know you don't have to be perfect in creating content and using social media in the beginning. What you need to do is learn as you go and take messy action. So what I like to tell people is define what consistency is for you in the beginning and then post consistently. So when we talk about posting consistently, a lot of people fall into this trap of thinking that it has to be every single day. And then it's this unsustainable thing that we create for ourselves, and then it leads us back to square one. It's kind of like if you're just getting back into working out in the gym and you say that you're going to be working out every single day, and then you miss a couple days and you're like, oh, I knew I couldn't do it. So what I want you to do is pick what consistency actually means for you in the beginning. Is that 1 day per week? Is it 3 times per week? What is a good level of consistency for you to maintain? And let's start with that right away. Once you start posting consistently, I want you to start to think about building a community versus building a following. A following is where we get really fixated on the number of people who are following us, and we start to try and create content to get more followers. We want to build our following. That's the thing that we're really focused on. But what I like to talk about is actually building a community. And building a community is built through trust, shared values, and a common vision. And so if you can create content with building a community in mind, you are going to create a loyal supporters fan base, a loyal supporters following base, if you will, and a community who really rides with the message that you're trying to share and the vision that you have on your heart. And when people really resonate with your values, your mission, your vision, and they feel like they can trust you, trust the things that you're saying, they can learn from you, whatever it may be, these are the people who are really going to stick around and support you, and maybe down the road also buy from you as well too. Share your content, engage with your content, tell their friends and family about you if they're getting value from you. And these are the people that we really want to focus on versus just trying to build a following for us to just grow the number that we see on our screen, right? The last part about social media and content creation is the mindset when you're creating the content. The mindset when you're creating the content needs to be, I am making this for my top loyal supporters, not for my worst enemies. A lot of the times when we're going to create content, we think about the people who aren't gonna like it first. We think, well, what are these people gonna think about me when I post a video of me talking on Instagram? Or what are these people gonna think about me when I talk about this? And instead, what we need to be thinking about is, how is this person going to be benefiting from this when I share this with them? How awesome is this going to be when they hear this message today? What if this changes somebody's life today, the message that I'm sharing? And when we can think about the person who's benefiting from our content versus the person who's judging us, it allows us to go into content creation and wanting to post and wanting to stay consistent with that positive mentality in mind. And that's going to change the way that you show up to content creation and using social media. Number 2 is selling your services. If you do not know how to sell your services and you're not confident in selling your services, you're not going to be selling your services, which means your business isn't going to be growing and you're not going to be impacting people's lives the way that you want to be. And so selling your services really needs to come down to a mindset shift and a strategy shift. And so the mindset shift that comes with selling your services is that people can benefit from what you're trying to share. The knowledge, the skill, and experience that you have within you can actually help somebody else out on their journey. And so instead of looking at it from a sales, like a sleazy, salesy kind of approach to sales, what we want to be looking at it as is, if somebody can benefit from my services, it is a disservice to me to not tell other people about it, to not try and get on those sales calls with people and tell them about the things that can actually help them. Because if you believe that what you're selling can actually help people, then you need to be doing everything that you can to help those people. And that's the difference between, oh, I'm trying to make money in this, I'm trying to make a sale, I'm trying to get their money from them, to I know that my product or service can really help somebody, and I know that somebody can really benefit from this. And so I'm gonna tell them about that and invite them into making a decision, which that leads me into the strategy of the sales. A lot of people in today's world don't really wanna be sold on something, but what they do want is value in their life. They want an outcome that they have. And so when you're going into the sales process, you want to be building trust with that person before you actually pitch them on a sale. And so giving this person free resources, free content, things that can benefit them in the beginning is really going to help them see that you can actually provide value. You can actually give them some sort of outcome before they're even getting anything. So giving people stuff before you actually sell them on it is super important. Building free resources, free training videos, guides, creating content like this, doing little things along the way that helps people see that, hey, this person's legit and they can actually help me. And then going into the sales process with them is gonna really help you in selling more services. So the mindset around sales is super important, but also the way that we sell. Don't just be trying to sell people right away. Instead, invite them into a sales process. Get them involved in your content. Give them things that can help them. Ask them about their problems. Ask them about things where you can find ways to help them before you make the sale, and then lead them through your sales process and actually invite them onto a call. Ask them about what's going on in their life. Be very interested in what's going on, and from there you can see, hey, is this somebody who I can actually help, or is this not somebody I can help? If it is someone that you can help, then you want to be offering your services to them, because that's the thing that's really going to help them in their journey, and it's taking you out of that. Number 3 is emotional regulation. On the entrepreneurial journey, you are going to have a wide range of emotions coming to you on a daily basis. There's going to be a lot of ups and downs. There's going to be times where things are going really well. There's going to be times where things probably aren't going the best. And your emotional regulation throughout your days and weeks is one of the most important things that you can do for yourself. 2 things that I would highly recommend that you do is develop a reset routine for yourself and never take things personally. The first one with developing a reset routine for yourself is any time that you start to feel stressed, anxious, or overwhelmed, doing something for yourself that really helps you reset yourself. So for me, this is going for a walk and going for a workout. This looks like me maybe sometimes taking a day off when I've been working for, a stretch of days in between. This can look like doing a meditation practice. This could look like going and hanging out with your friends and playing pool one day. Whatever it may be, developing a reset routine is really going to be the thing that helps you when you do get very stressed and anxious along this journey. Because as an entrepreneur, people are trying to work 24/7, and when our emotions are really coming into play and it's getting really difficult, a lot of us don't take that time to reset ourselves, reground ourselves, and align ourselves back with that vision and mission, which is what we're trying to go after here. Second thing is never take things personally. There's going to be a lot of times where you probably get a no from people. And what happens is people really judge themselves when they get no's. And what I like to say is, A no is always one step closer to a yes. And so if somebody is saying no to the thing that you're trying to sell, that's okay. It's okay for some people to say no to you. And a lot of people fear getting those no's and they take it personally. They think, well, I must suck. I must not be good enough at what I'm doing. I must not be able to do this. That's why people are saying no to me. But there can be a wide reason for why people are actually saying no. But if you do get a no, one thing that I want you to know is that makes you one step closer to getting a yes. And so approach it with that mentality. Do not take things personally in this journey. Understand that you're probably going to go through a wide range of emotions throughout the entrepreneurial journey, and that is going to be something that you really want to be practicing for yourself, is that emotional regulation. Number 4 is mindset and belief. If you do not believe in yourself and have a growth mindset, this is going to be an extremely hard journey for you to go on. And so one thing that I always recommend is people really work on improving their mindset. Something that I like to talk about is the garden of the mind. So the garden of the mind is imagining your mind is like a garden, and you have weeds in that garden, but you also have beautiful flowers. And so there's going to be days where we're picking and pulling weeds out of the garden. We're getting rid of those negative thoughts or those beliefs that don't serve us anymore. But then there's also times where we're planting seeds and allowing our flowers to blossom and grow, where we're implanting positivity, we're implanting optimism, we're implanting that belief in ourselves. And so what we're doing as entrepreneurs and growth-driven people is we're constantly plucking those weeds and we're constantly planting those seeds. And understanding that there's days where you might be planting a little bit more or you might be pulling a little bit more, but that's okay. The thing is consistency in this game. That's how you really develop that growth mindset and that belief in yourself, is by going into that garden each and every single day and working on improving yourself along this journey, because nobody has a perfect mind. Everybody has those negative thoughts, feelings, and emotions, those fears and self-doubts that you probably have right now. Everybody has those, including me, including the people that you look up to. But a lot of these people who are successful in this game, what they've realized is they are not their thoughts. And so they do not let those negative thoughts, feelings, and emotions define them on a daily basis. Instead, what they do is they pull weeds and they plant seeds. And if you can be planting more seeds and pulling those weeds when they do come there, you're going to naturally progress into having a more positive, optimistic, and confident mindset. Number 5, which is something that I want to be creating a lot more videos for you on, is time management and organization. Time management is probably one of the most important things in today's world, because everybody is distracted and nobody knows how to really manage their time properly. So you want to be the master productivity ninja of time management and organization. A few things that I would recommend is having something for yourself that really allows you to keep everything in one area, and then also having some sort of day planner or organization app for planning out your schedule where you can visually see your days. And so for the organization component of this, I love to use Notion. Notion is the thing for me that keeps everything all in one area. And that allows me to really keep myself organized with my notes, with my clients, with my leads list, with everything to do with my business. I put it in there so I don't have to think about it. I don't have to think about where things are. Because a lot of times what we're trying to do is we're always trying to remember things. We're trying to remember what that person said or what I'm supposed to do tomorrow. But I want to write down everything so I can have more brain capacity for me to focus on the things that actually matter. So I can show up for my clients better. So I can be actually moving forwards in the work that I'm doing instead of trying to always remember things. Build a second brain for yourself in an organization tool. I love Notion, but find the one that works best for you and use that to your advantage. Keep things in there that you think are important. Write down specific dates, write down your to-do lists, write down the things that are in your brain that you want to be working on in your business. Store it in there so you know exactly where to find it. Don't just use the Notes app on your phone, because we both know that thing's probably just a long list that you don't even know where things are at this point. Second thing is time management. You want to be finding some sort of day planner that allows you to plan out your day very strategically. from morning until night. What are you doing? When is the best time for you to work? When's the best time for you to be taking calls? When's the best time for you to be working out? We want to visually see what your day actually looks like so that you can be more strategic with it, because a lot of us are just letting our days happen and we're just letting things go along the journey. And so we want to be more structured and strategic with how you're using your time so that you can figure out how long it takes for you to create content. How long does it take for me to build an offer? How long does it take for me to do X, Y, Z? And then you can start to plan your days more accordingly. You can plan your weeks a little bit better so that you can be progressing throughout your week instead of just kind of going through the motions. And that is going to be something that changes the game for you in your entrepreneurial journey. So to kind of recap things now, what we talked about today was social media and content creation. We talked about selling your services, emotional regulation, mindset and belief, and then productivity and time management. We want to be mastering those 5 skills for you to have a personal brand in today's world, because that's really the 5 things that I've seen from working with people from over the years on who's really successful in this game and who isn't successful in this game. Those are the 5 things that I would be focusing on, 5 things that I would be focusing on. And I think that if you go really into detail with those 5 things, you are going to absolutely create something that you didn't think was possible before. Hope that you got some value from today's video. Again, always feel free to ask me questions or message me at David Jaquetta on Instagram so I can hear more of the questions that you guys have and make more videos for you so that you can create your impact in today's world. You can build the online business that really does make that positive impact in the lives of others, as well as gives you the freedom and flexibility to live life on your terms. I appreciate you for spending your time with me here today, and I hope that you have an amazing rest of your day.